Hanaz Writers Podcast 26, The Future of Storytelling, Interactive Narratives and AI-Driven Creativity. Introduction. Welcome back to the Hanaz Writers Podcast. In episode 25, we discussed how writers can build sustainable creative careers in the age of artificial intelligence. We explored how technology is expanding the role of the writer and opening new possibilities for storytelling, collaboration, and creative independence. Today, we want to explore something equally exciting: how AI may reshape the future of storytelling itself. Because storytelling is not static, it evolves with every technological shift in society, from oral traditions to printed books to film and digital media. Each new era has expanded the ways stories can be told and experienced. And now, artificial intelligence may be opening the door to the next major evolution: a world of interactive narratives, adaptive stories, and collaborative storytelling environments. Storytelling is becoming interactive. Traditionally, storytelling has followed a linear path. A writer creates a story. Readers experience it from beginning to end. But digital environments have already begun changing this structure. Video games, interactive fiction, and narrative platforms have introduced stories that can branch into multiple directions. Readers and audiences are no longer just observers. They can become participants. Artificial intelligence makes this concept even more powerful. With AI tools, stories can adapt dynamically to reader choices, preferences, and interactions. Imagine a story that evolves depending on how readers respond to characters, or a narrative world where readers explore different paths through the same story universe. This kind of storytelling was once extremely difficult to build, but AI is making it increasingly possible. Writers as architects of story worlds. As storytelling becomes more interactive, the role of the writer evolves once again. Instead of simply writing a single linear narrative, writers may design entire story worlds. They create characters with depth. They design environments and relationships. They define rules for how stories unfold. In other words, writers become architects of narrative ecosystems. AI tools can help manage the complexity of these systems. They can help maintain character consistency, track multiple story paths, and assist in generating new narrative possibilities within the world the writer has created. But the vision still comes from the writer. AI simply helps expand what that vision can become. Adaptive stories and personalized experiences. Another fascinating development in AI-supported storytelling is personalization. In the future, stories may adapt to different readers. Imagine two readers experiencing the same story world, but encountering different narrative paths. One reader might explore a mystery storyline, another might follow a romance arc within the same narrative universe. AI systems could adapt pacing, dialogue, or narrative focus depending on reader interaction. This does not mean the writer loses control. Instead, the writer defines the boundaries and structure of the story world. AI simply allows that world to respond dynamically to the audience. Collaboration between writers. AI may also make collaboration between writers more common and more powerful. Historically, writing has often been a solitary activity, but modern storytelling increasingly involves teams. Film writers, television writers, game writers, and transmedia creators already collaborate extensively. AI tools can help writers share story frameworks, maintain consistency across large projects, and experiment with ideas together. This could lead to new forms of collective storytelling, communities of writers working together to develop complex story worlds that evolve over time. In these environments, creativity becomes collaborative rather than isolated. The rise of creative communities. One of the most exciting possibilities for the future is the growth of global writing communities supported by AI platforms. Writers can share ideas, experiment with narrative structures, collaborate on projects, and learn from each other. Platforms that combine creative tools with community interaction can become powerful environments for innovation. Writers can observe how others use tools, discover new creative approaches, and develop ideas that might not have emerged in isolation. This kind of collaborative creativity may become one of the defining features of the next generation of storytelling. Balancing technology and creativity. Of course, as technology becomes more powerful, an important question always arises. How do we maintain the human heart of storytelling? Stories are meaningful because they express human experience, emotion, conflict, dreams, and imagination. AI can assist with structure, exploration, and experimentation, but the emotional core of a story still comes from human creativity. The most successful writers in the future will likely be those who understand this balance, using technology to expand creative possibilities without losing the authenticity of their voice. The mission of Hanaz Writers. AI. At Hanaz Writers, we believe that AI should serve creativity, not replace it. Our goal is to build tools that support writers throughout their creative journey, from the earliest stages of idea generation to developing story structures, refining scripts, exploring story potential, and presenting creative projects effectively. But beyond the tools themselves, we also believe in building a creative environment where writers can experiment, grow, and explore new storytelling possibilities. Because the future of storytelling will not be defined by technology alone. It will be defined by the writers who use these tools to imagine new worlds. Looking ahead. As we look toward the future, storytelling may become more dynamic, more collaborative, and more interactive than ever before. Stories may evolve continuously, creative communities may help shape narrative worlds, and writers may develop projects that extend across multiple formats and experiences. Artificial intelligence will play an important role in enabling these possibilities, but at the center of everything will remain the same timeless force: human imagination. Final thoughts. As we conclude episode 26, we want to encourage every writer listening to this podcast to remain curious, explore new tools, experiment with new creative approaches, and continue developing your unique storytelling voice. Technology will continue to evolve, but great storytelling will always begin with imagination, and imagination will always belong to the writer. In episode 27, we will explore another important topic: how writers can develop powerful creative workflows using AI, combining human creativity and intelligent tools to work faster, smarter, and more effectively. Until next time, keep writing, keep exploring new ideas, and keep building the future of storytelling with Hanaz Writers AI.